So yeah, my good people, welcome to another session with me. But before we start with this session, let me introduce you to the Red Print Trading Solution. So we help traders build their progressive system, implement their systems without making any form of error, so they can be able to obtain the consistent results that they're looking for. So we have two different types of packages. This $170 that consists of live trading sessions, advanced supply and demand calls, both for beginners and advanced traders, a risk management plan where we speak about our trading journals, our trading plans, our risk self-evaluation process, trading psychology, where we have a psychological mentor that helps us on building our mental and emotional states. And you also get a one-on-one coaching session with me. So this comes with extra information that can help you to grow as an individual. And like I said, it's only $170. And then for this package here, we for the $85 package, it's the same thing, but you won't be getting only one thing, the one session with me. So if you want to learn how to build your progressive system, obtain consistent results, or if you have any of psychological related problems, risk related problems, skill set type of problems, this is the right place for you to start your trading journey with us. And then kindly note that for those of you guys that are currently looking for the right platform to trade, Exness is the right place for you guys to um, implement your trading systems as they offer us with instant withdrawals, instant deposit, unmatched trading spread, 24/7 live support. They have swap free. So for swing traders, this is the best place for you to trade. More speed, less slippage, and then best in security. So personally, I trade with Exness because of their smooth trading gold platform, right? And another thing, I don't like having to wait a day or two for my money. For internet banking, for those of you guys that are around South Africa, kindly note that it takes them at least a minimum of 2 minutes for them to process your withdrawal and get the funds into your account. If not, try it out and then send me a message afterwards. But please make sure that the method that you use to deposit is the method that you're going to use to withdraw, right? And you also stand a chance to win prize giveaways such as your mentorship program, laptop, tablet, cash giveaway, weekly cash giveaways. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with some of you guys and wishing you guys nothing but a profitable trading journey. And let's get into today's video. So yeah, my good people, welcome to Monday market breakdown session with me, where we are going to be resuming from where we left previously. So the main objective is to do a weekly analysis so that we can be able to anticipate the movement of price for the rest of the week, right? Last week we did a four instrument analysis. We only lost one, which is gold, and we won MENTORSHIP, US100. We also won US30. So I would say my skill for indices, it's getting better and better, right? The more I do this thing. And firstly, we are going to start with MENTORSHIP. As you guys can see that okay, MENTORSHIP is currently on a bullish structure because of it created the swing high, a swing low, a swing high, and this can be a potential swing low once the high gets eliminated. So this means that okay, at the moment we are ranging in between this high here and this low here. So those are the two key major areas that we are ranging in between, right? Which means that okay, now we are on an impulsive structure. We are on an impulsive structure. We have what? An impulse, correction, and then impulsive structure to the upside. But do not forget that inside this impulsive structure, there's what? Internal impulsive and correctional movements, right? We have internal impulsive and correctional movements. So if we scale down to a smaller time frame, we are going to be looking for strictly buying opportunities so that we can push price up to go and eliminate that high. So on an 8 hour time frame, right? On an 8 hour time frame, there was a key level here. So there was a demand area that price tapped into. So there was a demand area that price tapped into. That this is the one that created this bullish movement to the upside to go and do what? To go and eliminate that external range liquidity. Right, so this is an external range liquidity. So now, what does this mean? This means that whenever we tap into this key level, we shift from a bearish correctional structure to a bullish impulsive structure, right? When we shift from both structures, this means that we are most likely to do what? We are most likely to push to the upside to come and eliminate this high here. If we want to eliminate that high, this means that we can look for more buying opportunities within the internal lows that price has created, right? Meaning that we are going to be looking for buying opportunities within this level here until we actually do what tap into or break that resistant level or that external range. If you scale down to a smaller time frame, right? If you scale down to a smaller time frame, you can also see that okay, price has been doing what? Price has been creating what? The internal impulse correction, impulse correction, impulsive correction also, which means you're looking for a possible impulsive movement to go and eliminate that high there, right? If we are looking for such opportunities, why is price actually pushing to the downside? Is because of we have this reactional point here. We have this reactional point here that is creating the bearish movement to the downside. And also you can see that this area here is also on a supply area, right? It's also on a premium area, right? So what is that we see? We see a high break here, and then normally you would know that this is like our sell A setup model, right? This would be like our a sell setup model, right? So the minute we find ourselves in this type of opportunity where we have 1 and 2 and then 3 key levels, this means that okay, we are most likely to respect this area and then push to the downside. If price is to push to the downside, now the question is what's next, right? There was a sell that I saw in the morning, right? There was a sell that I saw in the morning, somewhere around this area here. As you guys can see, that price tapped into this level here, into the supply area here, and then we got a low elimination here, right? We got a low elimination, meaning that all of these areas here will be considered as our internal range liquidity, and then this would be our inducement. And then if you scale down to a 5 minutes time frame, if you scale down to a 5 minutes time frame, you would see that okay, there was this untested supply area here, right? There was this untested supply area here. But I think this is not the supply I used. There was another time frame supply. Let me just look for it. Was it a 15 minutes? I think it was this one here. Was it this one? Yeah, I think it was this one. Right. I think this was the one that I used. I posted the setup on Instagram actually. Right. So this is where the selling opportunity came from, right? So meaning that okay, now what price was doing here, it was building up, and then this consolidation, it acted as a temporary high also. So the high before what the supply area. When price tapped into this area, I definitely knew that okay, we are going to get that push to the downside, right? But normally with these types of setups, man, I prefer to normally use a resistant level, right? Unfortunately, there was this spike here that I think after doing a lot of back testing, I've actually understood that price has the higher chances of actually using that area to spike above it. It creates this high on the resistance, and then it spikes above it, and then that acts as a confirmation that okay, there's an untested supply area resting above that price is most likely to respect, right? So when I look for the selling opportunities, so there must be a point of interest, the area that I want to see price retrace to. So let's go back to a daily time frame. When I get to my daily time frame, okay, let's check 2 days. There's an area that price has to retrace back to. So I would say this is the area that I would want price to retrace back to. So let's go back to our 1 hour time frame. Let's see how far it is. Oh yeah, it's quite close actually. So this is the area that I want to see price retrace to, meaning that I want to see German 30 drop until it actually does what it until it actually reaches this level here. So which means our new key level would definitely be this area here. As you guys can see here, 1 2 3. So we are most likely to use this area here as our fourth touch. And I think if you switch back to other time frames, maybe like your 4 hours, there might be a possible untested demand area here. Like I said, might be 2 hours. Let's scale down maybe to 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Let's scale down to 90 minutes. Combination of both. Okay. Let's check 5 hours if there's anything resting there. Okay, there's nothing that is resting. Oh, there are other ways of looking for a POI actually. We can use support and resistant, right? We can use support and resistant. Let's just come here and use our line chart actually. Let's use our line chart. And then let's go to a 1 day time frame. Okay. I'm just looking for the yeah. This is the area that I'm looking for, this one here. So this confirms that, okay, this area is the area that I'm most likely to look for my opportunities from. So I'm looking forward to buying German 30 from this level here and then impulse with it to the upside. So at the moment, what is it that we can anticipate from this guy, right? What is it that we can anticipate from him? So I'm looking forward to using this high here as my inducement, this resistant area here. So which means I'm using this external internal range to push price back up so it can come and tap into my zone. So which means my selling opportunities will be coming from that level. Use this area here as our stop loss. So which means I'm looking for a drop from here to push down this price to that key level that we've identified on a bigger structure, right? So another thing that I might be able to see is this demand area here. So this demand area here, this false demand area here, actually, it has the potential of doing what? If price doesn't come here on time, I might see price doing what? Pushing down to this area, tapping into this level here, and then we can get that push to the upside, come tap into our level, and then we can get that drop afterwards. Right. So yeah, German 30, we are done. Let's go check NAS 100. NAS 100 on a bigger scale. This is our daily time frame. We can see that, okay, we just had what? We just had that high elimination here. So we might be on a correctional structure, right? We might be tapping into a correctional structure. Swing high, swing low, swing high, and then we might have this area here as our swing high. What does this mean? This means that, okay, now areas like this, they become area of interest. If you scale down to a smaller time frame, maybe a 1 hour time frame, right? You'd see that, okay, these areas, they create that retracement back to the upside. So this retracement back to the upside is the one that price is most likely to do what? To find a resistant level, right? You can see here that, okay, there's a resistant level here that price taps into and then pushes to the downside. So I think on a 3 hour time frame, this will be clear. Yeah, you can see on a 3 hour time frame that the setup is something like this. Let's just fix our drawings here. So this is what we have at the moment. So this means that, okay, this is the area that we are most likely to look for selling opportunities from. And then you can see that, okay, we have that CR pattern here. We have that CR pattern here. And then this would be our turtle soup. Our turtle soup will be inside this area. Let's check on maybe a 20 minutes time frame. So we don't have a turtle soup. Okay, this would be our CR high here. So you don't have a turtle soup at this level here. We don't have any turtle soup at this moment, unless if we scale down to a smaller time frame, still nothing. 5 minutes, still nothing, right? So yeah, we don't have that turtle soup, which is fine, right? Some setups will have, some setups won't have, right? But this is what we currently have at the moment. We get that push to the upside, that rally to the downside, and then that other impulsive structure. So which means we're looking for a drop to the downside afterwards, right? And then if you're smart enough, you'd know that, okay, the minute we get to such areas here, we are most likely to get those retracements. That retracement is coming back to what? To this support previous area to a resist that turned out to be a resistance now. So which means now we are most likely to look for those selling opportunities around this level here. We are most likely to sell around that level there. And then as you guys can see that, okay, we actually have this drop at the moment. So if this is based off an if statement, right? Let's go to a 4 hour. If, my good people, this thing is actually bearish, right? Some of the things that you need to pay attention to is firstly this area here, right? So price can easily push down to tap into this area, give us a small retracement, and then we can have that rally to the downside, right? We can start having that rally to the downside, right? Because I think it's still in the morning, and I think the video that I'm gonna be creating possibly tomorrow, once the market has fully settled, is the one that can give us like some sort of clarity on what is it that we should look for. But personally, I think this would be our major area of interest, right? This would be our major area of interest when we buy at this level here. Let's target, and not anything huge. Let's target this area here. Let's target that area there. Let's target that area, right? Listen, if this demand is actually a real demand, right? As price is gonna tap into it, give us that retracement at this level here, find the demand area, push to the upside to come and eliminate this high here. If it eliminates this low and then it finds a key level resting below, it's gonna create the same thing, right? It's gonna create the same thing and then push to the upside, right? But let's hope that all these internal ranges here, they are all invalid. And then price can actually push down to come eliminate this low here, find a new key level at this level, and then we can be able to impulse with price to the upside, right? So yeah, my good people, this is another reminder that for those of you guys that are currently trading with Exness, please make sure that you send me a DM so that I can be able to add you to the giveaway group where you will be getting a mini mentorship program, market breakdown sessions, my trade analysis, and you'll be getting your prize giveaways such as your laptop, um, your tablet, cash weekly giveaway, and also few spots for the exclusive mentorship program. So if you are trading with Exness, send me a DM. And if you find value around my videos, man, please create an Exness trading account so you can actually get access to extra quality information that I have created for you guys. Why Exness? Instant withdrawal, instant deposits, different payment methods, quality service in terms of security and customer service. We don't experience slippage, and also we have a swap free trading platform, right? Meaning that we hold trades overnight, we don't get charged for any of those things. So if you want to elevate your trading journey, this is the right platform for you to do that. And let's get back into this video. Moving down to Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones, same thing, man. The previous resistance was eliminated that we are targeting, right? Sorry about that. The resistance that we have previously identified is now being eliminated. As you guys can see, we have one, two, three. Let's just fix this. We have one, two, three, and then we have four now, right? So when price creates this movement, two things are actually have the potential of actually happening. So if you check on a 2-day time frame, okay, that's what we have. 3-day time frame. Okay. So normally, guys, with what I've seen, price has the chance of actually testing this level here, right? Price has the potential of testing that level also using this area here as our area of interest. So let's scale down to a 4-hour time frame. So if you scale down to a 4-hour time frame, this means that okay, we might actually have a setup that is quite something like this. Right, we might actually have a setup that is similar to this. But also, this area I feel like is too far, man. I believe that this area is a bit far. Right, this area here, it might be a bit far. But one thing I can tell you is this. You see this resistant area here that was used previously, it can actually become a strong support when price pushes to the downside, meaning that we are most likely to also see price do what? Push to the downside, tap into this area, and then give us that impulsive structure to the upside. If not, price will do what? Price will push to the downside, tap into this area here, tap into that supply, push down to the key level, and then give us that impulsive movement to the upside, right? So that's one thing that I'm kind of anticipating at this given moment. So which means that, okay, our main objective now is to look for selling opportunities within the structure. Let's scale down to maybe a 40 minutes time frame. Let's scale down to a possible 40 minutes time frame. So we are going to use this previous resistance, which is a support now, to impulse price to the upside. And as you guys can see, you have a beautiful CR pattern here, right? We have a beautiful CR pattern here at this key level here. Price pushes to the upside. So what is it that we are most likely to see in the structure? Right, with indices, I think indices barely come to these areas here. Indices barely come to the main supply areas, especially when they're on a correctional structure. Guys, this is based off what? This is based off pure back testing. What I'm saying is based off back testing, right? So if you scale down to a 10 minutes time frame, right? Let's scale down to a 10 minutes time frame. I would like to see this guy retrace to possibly this level here, right? I would like to see this correctional phase push to that level there, which means I would want to have this guy push up, create my temporary high, take it out, tap into my supply area or to this area here, and then push to the downside afterwards, right? If not, he's going to use both these highs here as the internal range, and then that's when he can be able to come to that supply area that is resting above there, right? So for him, we are done. And then which is gold. Gold has been consolidative, guys. I think we all know that gold has been consolidative. You can see that this guy has been ranging in between this high and this low. This guy has been in the same position for the longest time. And like I said, I have an untested demand resting below. I have an untested demand resting below, and I have this supply area here. I have this supply area here. I have the supply area here that I'm looking for to see price um, tap into, which means my initial analysis here is to see price tap here, and then give me that impulsive movement to the upside, right? Meaning that all of this thing here is my temporary high. This is my temporary low, right? Which means we are ranging in between. So if we scale down to a smaller time frame, we saw that we had what? We had this demand area here. Oh, it was not German deity, it was gold. Earlier on, I spoke about 4 hour that thing, a 4 hour demand, right? If you check, I think it might not be here, right? That, oh, here it is actually. But on other brokers, let me show you on other brokers. This is gold, right? Let's search gold. And then we are using this one. Let's go to blue. I'm gonna show you something. This is still 4 hour. Can you see that the demand is nowhere to be found at this level here? That demand is not present here, but on this broker, it's here, right? So that's one thing. That's what was happening with. That's what I was talking about. I mean, earlier on this video. So at the moment, we can see that okay, we're having a correctional structure to the downside, meaning that we have the higher chances of actually shifting from a correctional structure to an impulsive structure. So normally I would prefer to use a trend line for a breakout, but this whole false breakout thing, man, I don't like it. So another thing that has confirmed that okay, we have the higher chance of pushing up. It's actually there was this what do you call this thing? There was this support level, right? That price has left previously. There was that support level that price has left previously. That I believe that price had the higher chances of actually respecting this area here, right? I was looking for opportunities somewhere around this level here, but unfortunately, you can see. Hence, why I said we took a loss last week. We had 1, 2, 3 touches on this area here. So this decreases the amount of chances that this guy can actually hold. If he holds, this means that okay, um, this high elimination here, forced price to come to the downside to eliminate this area, finds the demand, then you're most likely to push to the upside to go and eliminate everything resting above. So we're gonna have this area as a key level, and then let's go to maybe a 1 hour time frame, right? So we get to a 1 hour time frame, you can see that there's a high elimination and then there's this low elimination. Some people refer to this as a change of market character. So which means they're most likely to do what? To look for their point of interest within this demand area here. Use this area here as their temporary low. So which means gold, we are most likely to buy it from that level or this level even, right? Right. And then we can buy it until we actually reach what? That high here. So this is what I currently have at the moment. If this area here gets eliminated, guys, you're just coming to this level, man. You're going to find the demand area at that level and then impulse with price to the upside. So yeah, for my market breakdown Monday, I would say I'm quite done with it. We'll see what is it that price wants to do. And yeah, thank you very much.